Good evening, everybody, and welcome to BFA Sports coverage of the Sjssbl, presented by Bunting Family Pharmacy. Chris Losey along with Bob Burkholtz here on BFA. We've got a good one tonight. It's a game for first place as we are in Northfield. However, the Cardinals are the designated visiting team tonight. They'll take on the Buena Blue Dawgs in front of friends and family here on a beautiful night, actually, for baseball. Got a little cooler. And I don't know, Bob. I mean, it's not that bad.
I'd say this is ideal baseball weather right here.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Northfield starting lineup, since they're the visiting team, Justin Klimek will lead off in center field. Brett Ewing is at second base. He'll bat second. Demetrius Johnson at left field hits third. J.J. Swinkowski at first base hitting fourth. C.J. Brown is the catcher. He'll bat fifth. Ethan Dodd, the pitcher. He'll bat sixth. Ethan Hickson in right field batting seventh. Tommy Burns at shortstop bats eighth. And Anthony Capasso is the third baseman, and that's who they are facing tonight. Anthony Maselli for the Blue Dogs. Behind him, Gazzardo is at first, Rios at second, Luis Soria is at short, Julian Del Valle is at third. In the outfield left to right, you got Jan Sori, Alexi Colon, Jimmy Kurtz, Jake Guglielmi, who I like to say Guglielmi because, I worked behind him in the Bridgeton tournament. I said, come on, Goose, you got to let me say it the right way. And he goes, okay, you're good with that. Anthony Maselli on the mound. The game is for first place here tonight. Again, brought to you by Bunting Family Pharmacy. And the umpires are ready to make their way to where they belong. Bob Willman, Gene Monaco, the officials for tonight's game. Well, this is all we got left. The high school season is officially over, Robert.
It is officially over, that's right. So it's transitioning to summer baseball.
Yeah.
Coming out to these games reminds me of my summers coming back from college playing in the old Rancocas Valley League.
Oh, we're trying to get a sniff of that as from umpiring. So that's us right there. See, put our hands up. Right, there we go. A little high. There we go. And Ryan, you're blocked by the pole. But should be a good one tonight. Cards and the Dogs, first place game here. And once again, Buena not having a field. There's the designated home team tonight, so that's why Northfield will bat first. That is interesting, though. I mean, it's like almost a. It's not like it's a tragedy where the high school baseball season is officially over because it ended yesterday. How about Ocean City? 14 innings. Did you watch all of it? Some of it?
I did not watch all 14. I did watch some. Great for them. Great. What a year for the Tri-K Baseball League. Ocean City, Mainland, Egg Harbor Township.
Yep.
Just a really outstanding baseball season for them across the league-wide.
They were victorious today also in their semifinal match in the Carpenter Cup, so they will be in the championship game
Holy
10
Spirit.
o'clock on Thursday.
How can we forget about Holy Spirit?
And the Prep going to the state final,
and the Prep in the final, so outstanding year.
This is Justin Klimek, the first one to face Maselli, and the first pitch is up high, 1 ball, no strikes. Klimek to be followed by Brett Ewing and Demetrius Johnson. Top of the first, just underway here on BFA tonight. Hope you enjoy it. There's a strike, 1-1. Where did you park, by the way?
Nowhere near here.
Okay, so I think I'm hidden. See the black?
Yeah, that's got a home run ball written all over it.
No, behind it.
Like I said, that's got a home run ball written all over it tonight.
Don't do that because I'll go move the car then. 2-1, fouled back. And it's 2-2. What'd you say? Okay. 2-2 to Klimek. Another foul back. We'll do it again. The South Jersey South Shore Baseball League coming into play. Buena, the top spot. Curveball is right there, and that's the first strikeout of the inning. You see Clemick say, "Is that as high you're going to go?" Do you think it was high?
Right there. That's a strike. And listen, I think as an umpire, too, you don't mind being asked in that spot, hey, where was that pitch? Just so next time I come up, I know where the zone is, especially being a leadoff guy.
I typically offer that, too. Like, as soon as it comes, I mean, you've heard me say before us, that's as far as I'll go. I don't wait. Ewing sends one to second. Rios recovers in time, and that's the second out of the inning.
Great job by Rios there. Keep that ball in front of him, able to pick it up, throw it over in plenty of time for the second out.
2 outs, no base runners, and this is the left fielder, Demetrius Johnson. Cardinals 7-4 coming into tonight. Half a game out. Buena 5-1. So technically this game is for first place.
Big game early in the season. Big game.
Yeah. The other good thing about this one is it's a game of streaks as well. Buena coming into this game with a 3-game winning streak. The Cardinals dropped their last 2. So, and interesting, I wonder, have you ever been a visiting team on your home field?
Sure.
Okay. That's the mindset.
You play tournament baseball, you end up losing a coin flip or something like that. You end up, visiting your other dugout that you're not used to. I'm sure it's happened quite a number of times for a lot of these guys.
2-0 to Johnson. No, Ryan, they don't change dugouts, though, in college. They just change who's home and who's away. But, yeah, they won't change dugout. 2-1 to Demetrius Johnson. If you checked out the website of this league as well, South Jersey Sjssbl.com. Everything you need, including live streaming games, which we're doing right here on BFA Sports. Selly peering in, 3-1. Missed ball 4. Where did it miss? I got a monitor right in front of me.
I was down.
Okay. There you go.
Pitching coach's worst nightmare, though.
Why?
2-out walk.
Oh, yeah.
Rather have him hit a solo home run there in that spot than walk him. All right, maybe not, but
I get the point.
You get the idea.
I get the point. J.J. Swinkowski batting cleanup as they throw over to first. So the Cardinals have a runner on here and 2 outs in the top of the first. Another throw over, and they've got him. However, fortunately, Gazzardo could not handle the throw, and that is going to send Johnson all the way to third. So I guess it'd be a 2-base error.
Yeah, I think Masoe like to have that one back. He had Johnson hung out to dry. Just got a little too quick with his throw, offline a little bit, and Johnson makes it all the way around to third base.
Meanwhile, at the plate, it's 1-0 to Swinkowski. 2 outs. Big hack at that one.
Looking for your car on that swing.
Where are you parked, by the way?
Behind.
You're in Pleasantville. Took the bus here. Now the 1-1. There's another miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Anthony Maselli had a runner at third. 2 outs. Lifted foul. Closer to someone else's car than mine.
You might be right.
What happened?
Someone's back there.
Windshield. That it? Oh, boy. Now Maselli. The 1-2. smoked the second. Rios got in front of it, but it pinballed off of him, and that's going to be the first run of the game. Johnson scores, and the Cardinals have a 1-0 lead in the first inning.
Hard hit ball right at Rios. Range to his right, just couldn't quite get his body out in front. Deflects off and allows that 2-out walk to come around and score.
Yeah, spoken like a true coach. Catcher C.J. Brown. The Cardinals with a run in here in the first, and they've got a runner at first, and J.J. Swinkowski, who smoked the ball off of Marcos Rios.
Are we the official scorers, too?
No.
We scoring that a hit?
Oh, you've got to score that a hit.
Okay.
Would you disagree?
I would score that a hit. The ball hit that hard, absolutely.
That was smoked. In the dirt, 2-0.
But I think Rios would tell you that he probably should have had that.
Yeah.
Or would have liked to have gotten that one.
It's 2-0. To Brown. Now it's 3-0. Ethan Dodd on deck. He's the pitcher tonight. Shortstop from the EHT Eagles. Brian Carmichael was in no-show today at the Carpenter Cup. Couldn't get out of a work commitment. Well, I was told. 3-0. Missed there. Now the Cardinals have 2 on. And here is Dodd coming up to the plate.
Maselli having to work a little bit here in the top of the first. Cardinals doing a good job of laying off some pitches.
Shows discipline at the plate. Now this young man. That's outside. Maselli's not helping himself either. At some point, nibbling is probably counterproductive to what you're trying to do, in particular if you're off target. Here comes the 1-0. 2-0. Oh. Pulled the trigger too soon. I think Bob Willman heard me say, and he said, nah, I'll make Chris sound stupid. So now it's 1-1. 1-1 coming to Dodd, and this one is bounced to the right side. Maselli covering. He was able to hang on to it even though he lost his footing, and that'll end the inning. A run, though, for the Cardinals in the top of the first. We'll go to the bottom of the first here in this SJSSBL first place showdown tonight on BFA. It's 1-0 Northfield. Here's a look at Ethan Dodd, the pitcher for the Northfield Cardinals. They got a run in their top of the first, and now this is the lineup that Ethan will be facing. Jan Sori in left field will lead off. Marco Rios, second base, will bat second. Johnny Manel is the designated hitter tonight. Alexi Colon in center field batting cleanup. Then Louis Sori at shortstop. Jimmy Kurtz Jr. in right. Googs, Jake Guglielmi is the catcher. Mike Gazzardo at first, Julian Del Valle at third, and the extra hitter tonight, which is what the almost called them the Buena Chiefs. The Blue Dogs had decided to put in the play tonight, Isaiah Kennison. Ethan Dodd, EHT product, And behind him defensively, you've got J.J. Swinkowski at first, Brett Ewing at second. Tommy Burns is the shortstop. Anthony Capasso is a third tonight. In the outfield, Demetrius Johnson, who ran around the bases on that error on the pickoff attempt and wound up scoring. Justin Clemick is in center. Ethan Hickson is in right. The catcher, C.J. Brown. Bottom of the first. Here tonight on BFA, the Cardinals have a 1-0 lead early on. Tonight's game brought to you by Bunting Family Pharmacy. And Mr. Bunting made a quick cameo here at the table before he took off. I knew something wasn't right when the Cardinals didn't have their home shirts on, and I think, who told us? Did you tell us? You know was the home team tonight? Okay. Ever coach in the Carpenter Cup?
I have not had the honor, no.
No. What conference are you in?
The Olympic. So we'd be in part of the Olympic Colonial.
Okay.
Coach McMaster at Cherry Hill West, Coach Sam Tropiano, Bishop Eustace have anchored down the running of the Olympic Colonial team for the Carpenter Cup and done an outstanding job winning the Carpenter Cup a few years back. Great tournament, great honor for the players to be selected to play part of it and to make it as far as these teams have now. To go play at Citizens Bank Park is a huge honor as well.
No doubt. Jan Sori leading off for Buena. Takes the first pitch inside from Ethan Dodd. 1 ball, no strikes. It'll be Sori, Rios, and Manel to face Dodd. Check swing. Says he went. 1-1. Off speed from Dodd, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2. Misses outside, 2-2. It's funny, there's a delay from the monitor in the live, so let's do it this way, but there's a strikeout. It's first one for Dodd, and it's one out here in the bottom of the first. And Marco Rios. Watch this pitch just like die.
Great slider by Dodd, real tight bite to it, downward motion. Rios swinging on top of it. Outstanding pitch.
Best spot you can put it in. Dodd misses with his first pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the bottom of the first inning. It's 1-0 Northfield. Now the 1-0. It's fouled back. So did you get to enjoy some of the state final action on the stream?
Some.
Yeah.
I was busy myself this weekend coaching some summer travel baseball, so I didn't get to watch as much as I probably would have.
What field were you on this weekend?
So we were taking part in the Perfect Game Northeast qualifier, super qualifier. We played in East Greenwich. We played at the Mid-Atlantic Complex. And we played at Pennsville Babe Ruth for our 3 games.
Wow. Where were you today?
Would you believe I tied 2 games? Would you believe if I told you that? We tied 2 of our games.
Time limit. That's a fair ball down the third base line. And Capasso can't believe it. But this is going to wind up being a single and probably on the throw back that will send Sori to second. Capasso still can't believe that it was fair, and then that's Bob Willman yelling at the third baseman.
We have a great look at that ball, and from our vantage point, that to me went clearly over the bag.
There's a replay of it. Bob's been around the block a few times. Ever had the pleasure?
Once and a half.
Ever had the pleasure? No, that Bob, not you. Sorry, it's second. I'm sorry, Rios at second, and this is the DH, Johnny Manel. One out. Dogs have a runner at second. Trailing by a run. That's down low. Kind of difficult for a third baseman who's staring at the bag that way to see if it was fair or foul, especially when it was in the air over the bag.
Well, you think the catcher would have maybe raised a little bit more of an issue.
Is that what you rely on as a coach?
Sure.
Good. 2-0. Fouled back.
I think you learn to trust your players. They're going to give you their honest opinion on a situation like that. If they think that ball, if C.J. Brown's looking right at it, I think if he thought that ball was foul, I think he would have raised a little bit more of an argument than he did.
I'd agree. Now it's 2-1. That was today in the sauna that we know as Citizens Bank Park. Yeah.
So I guess it's not just an honor for players and coaches to partake in the Carpenter Cup, but officials and umpires.
Must have been my 20th since they started. Did 3 finals on the plate. It's hot there. It's really hot there. Now it's 3-1 here. With Rios at 2nd and 1 out. There's a strike call, and it's 3-2. That picture taken by one Mike Ney, assistant coach at St. Augustine Prep, also a Phillies employee. He said to say hello to everybody. Here comes the 3-2. Chop foul, we'll do it again. I got an idea. I think we're going to scoot over and just call the game live, because if you watch the monitor, it's like, it's like a second later.
We do have a good vantage point to watch the live action.
We do.
As opposed to behind a windscreen in center field.
Well done. Touche. Here comes the 3-2. Foul it back. Do it again. Gotta love. Nah. Weren't even elevated anywhere either, right? Full count with 1 out. Alexi Colon on deck for the Dogs. That is Marco Rios at second. Ethan Dodd, 3-2. Got him. High fastball, and that's the second out of the inning. And the cleanup batter, Alexi Colon.
Great job by Dodd there to get that out. Elevates a fastball. Looking for it, just wasn't unable to catch up to it.
Two outs. This is Alexi Colon. Smoke down the right field line. That's fair. It's going to tie the game. Rios is going to score as the throw is offline. And Buena evens this one 1-1 on the RBI single by Alexi Colon.
Colon being aggressive in the box. He saw a few pitches from Manel the previous at bat. He went up there looking fastball, first pitch, got it. In for a base hit, scored a tying run.
This is Louis Sori, the other half of the Sori brothers. From ACCC, the Buccaneers. Check swing, that one's in the dirt, and that's going to send Colon up to second. Region 19 baseball has really, really taken off in this area. Everybody's good, apparently.
I think it's time that we recognize all of South Jersey and what the South Jersey baseball community has been able to do at the high school, collegiate level. Rowan's tremendous run in the D3 playoffs.
To short, Burns off the bag. The throw is wide. And everybody's safe. And now Buena at first and third as Suri reaches on the error by Burns. And now here's Jimmy Kurtz.
Burns did a great job to get to that baseball, but short-armed it a bit. Throw off the line.
So first and third, here's Jimmy Kurtz Jr. First pitch swinging. He fouls it left side out of play. I know I got. Oh, you have something to drink. Okay. So I got 2 bottles of water.
I'll take a water if you're sharing.
Sure. Absolutely. Runner goes from first. No throw from Brown and a stolen base. Rosori, and now Buena has second and third with 2 outs. Pitch at the plate was a strike, though, so now it's 0-2. So Dodd can get out of it. The 0-2. Got him. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Dodd. Inning over. However, Buena ties it with a run. They leave 2. After an inning here on BFA, it's 1-1. As they like to say, we wiped the slate clean with a run by Buena in the bottom of the first to match Northfield's in the top of the first. And we're at Birch Grove Park, and you can see the weather right now is not what the weather's going to be in a couple of hours, I assure you. 77 degrees, first pitch. I think it might have dropped a little since the first pitch.
Maybe it's just me with this bad weather. Seems to follow me wherever I go. We had the issue at Williamstown and Jackson Memorial.
What a setup that was. That's correct, folks. Bob Burkholz made his broadcasting debut and lasted exactly an inning and a third. His ERA was almost infinity. His broadcasting ERA was awful.
It matches my career ERA as well. So.
Oh, boy. Ethan Hickson, the right fielder, leading off the second for the Cardinals, will be followed by the shortstop, Tommy Burns, and the third baseman, Anthony Capasso. And that ought to be interesting when he gets into the plate to see if Bob Willman says something to him. First pitch on the way to Hawkins is down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Sorry, Hickson. I can't read your writing.
Stop.
Okay. There's the 1-0. Way outside.
That's 16 years of Catholic school penmanship right there. How could
So you don't use a capital Q with a 2?
No.
Remember, the nuns made us do that. Burned in our head. 2 balls and no strikes to the right fielder, Hickson. Chop foul.
Sister Bernice would be proud of the handwriting on that lineup card right now.
Really?
Yes.
What's she doing right now?
I don't think she's with us any longer, considering that was circa 1989, and she was probably in her 60s and 70s back then. So
You never know. That's way upside. Overthrowing a little bit? No, we got 3-1. 3-1, Bob. Will he acquiesce? I think he will, and Hickson walks.
both pitchers laboring a bit here early in the game.
Right.
That leadoff walk will cause a visit to the mound, kind of settle Maselli a little bit.
Louis Rios. Saw him before the game. He was beaming, smiling from ear to ear, the champions of the Bridgeton Invitational Tournament.
It's a great honor.
Yeah.
Great tournament.
And there's Joe Bunting. He walks in from his coach's box. Have a chat with the shortstop, Tommy Burns. Burns in the 8th spot tonight. You get a little early to matriculate, don't you? There's the coach's double box. Hickson, the runner at first. First pitch to Burns. Hickson breaks. Throw is high. Stolen base for the Cardinals. See it again. Think you won our first movement?
Great jump by Hickson. Throw a little high. I don't even think a good throw gets him in that spot. So great base running there by Hickson.
That's Hickson now in scoring position. Nobody out for the Cardinals, and here's Tommy Burns, the shortstop. Squares anyway. See if they can move Hickson to third, but Guglielmo gets it foul.
You know it's a big game when we have a little small ball here early in the ball game, trying to advance that runner over to third with less than 2 outs.
Especially, in the second inning. We just had a comment from the so-called third member of our broadcast team, Ryan Schumacher. Worked for Ocean City. It took a while for it to work, though. Squeeze in the 14th. Up high, snap throw back, and he's dead. Guglielmi's got a cannon back there, and watch this. You want to start umpiring, Bob? I think you can call that one. At the plate, a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Now with 1 out. That misses low. 2-2. Tommy Burns wearing the captain's C for the Cardinals.
I know a couple guys that still might have missed that call out there at second. I won't name names. Actually, they probably would have asked for help.
Yeah. Check swing. Did he go? They appeal. And he did. So that's a strikeout. Second out of the inning. Bottom of the order, the third baseman, Capasso. Just curious. Left-handed hitting third baseman, Capasso. First pitch, inside corner, 1 strike.
I think there was some issue with the first pitch in that at-bat on the steal, where there was a ball and a strike. So I think they were looking for that last pitch to be called a strike to make up for the first one that might have been missed.
Yeah, that was a swinging strike, though. Right at the end.
Well, I think they were asking for the pitch to be called a strike. Why even appeal it? Pitch was a strike.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that was down. I think he was down. That's why we're here. It's a nice perspective for you there, Coach. 0-2. Curveball's right there. Capasso down looking. End of the inning. Nothing for the Cardinals. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-1 on BFA. Don't forget the PBR report here on BFA Sports, as well as other fantastic summer baseball programs that Coach Bob had alluded to. It's big time, summertime here on BFA. Lots of summer baseball to get the kids ready to play in front of hopeful college coaches and other eyes of interest. I'll leave it at that. What do you think?
And a normal summer, or close to as normal summer as we've had in over a year. So I think everybody's kind of grateful for that and see kind of things get back to normal, get back into your normal routines, especially for everyone that comes to sports and athletics and playing and watching. And it's good to be out.
Jay Guglielmi will lead off, followed by Mike Gazzardo and Julian Del Val. Here in the bottom of the second, facing Ethan Dodd. 1-0 pitch. Left side, well foul. That's not my car. 1-1. You know, I want to go back to what you said that makes a lot of sense. You had a question on the one pitch as Guglielmi takes a strike down the middle. It's 1-2. Because I asked you at the break, and I said, what about when you see like a mid move, and then you said, well, there's a strikeout. That's the third one for Dodd, and that's the first out of the inning.
Well, I think we're referencing the art of actually catching the baseball as a catcher and sticking that glove to where the ball is thrown, and I think the great catchers have the ability to kind of catch it and what we call stick the glove where the ball was thrown. A lot of times you'll see at the lower age levels, catchers that just aren't strong enough allow that ball to carry the glove out of the strike zone. So, people watching the game may see that and think, oh, that ball was outside. But in reality, the ball was exactly where it should be called a strike. They just weren't able to stick the glove there and hold it.
We call that dirty strikes, ugly strikes. And it's one that you have to I think you have to call and then just be prepared to hear something. It's like, where was that? And then you have to, I don't know how. I'll be honest with you. The only time I ever did that was in a college game. It was Navy and Coppin State, and Coppin State had a catcher who hardly ever caught. And I was hearing it from Kostopoulos from Navy. And I just pointed to the catcher. And I wish I hadn't done that, but I didn't want to say anything. So I can't let a strike go by because it's caught ugly. And unfortunately, I don't think many umpires feel that way. That one's fouled away. So the count stays 2-2 on Mike Gazzardo. Julian Del Valle, the third baseman, awaits. This is the same lineup that won the Bridgeton tournament, by the way. 2-2 coming from Dodd, from the wind. Got him. That's 4 for Dodd. Second out of the inning, and now here is Del Valle.
Great job to work the ladder, go up in the zone. That high elevated fastball is too tempting a lot of times to lay off, especially with 2 strikes. Dodd was looking for a quick inning, and he got 2 of the 3 so far. Let's see if he can get this last one to settle down. And
first pitch swinging from Del Valle, and it's hit the right field, and Hickson under it. And Bob, you said it here, and it came out there. Easy 1-2-3 for Ethan Dodd. After 2 here in Northfield, we have 1-1 on BFA. And that's us. Welcome back here to Northfield, BFA Sports coverage of the Sjssbl. We're in the top of the third. Chris Losey, Bob Burkholz, Camden Catholic head coach, and also sporting his summer gig. So you want to give him some shout-outs, some love there? Go ahead.
Sure. Coach Johnny Scanzano Combat Baseball. He found himself in a little bit of a pinch a couple weeks ago, and he reached out to me. He had been asking for a couple years now if I'd join the combat squad and help out, and I guess
Right.
it's part of my personality. I'm a helper.
I'm going to tell you right now.
You call me up.
There are guys.
Like if I get a phone call and I'm 2 minutes past the
Oh,
Atlantic City
like
Expressway.
on the Atlantic City Expressway? Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
do you mind turning around? I got a gig for you tonight.
Excuse me, you're half right because I didn't say do you mind. I went turn around and go back.
Yeah. You owe me $8.50, by the way.
More than that. I think we have to collect on that certain establishment that's on fire and Tilton. Been there in a while. I'm all for that. Right? Why not? One and one, the top of the order for the Cardinals. This is Justin Klemick. Foul that one back. Klemick to be followed by Ewing, and then Demetrius Johnson. Klemick was a strikeout victim, I believe, to open the ball game. From Anthony Maselli in his third inning of work, and that's hit by the bag at third. He's going to go for two, and Klemick is out. Good throw from Jan Sori. Watch this.
The key to this play is the angle. Watch Sari get a great job to the baseball, has momentum going towards the ball, towards the bag, comes up, strong, accurate throw to get Klemick for the first out here in the third.
Now the second baseman, Ewing. Oh for 1 as well. Squares the bunt. And he went after it. Ewing didn't think he offered. Bob Willman did not agree.
I think they called on the pitch.
No, I think he said he offered. 0-1 hit the second. Rios gobbles that up. That's 2 outs. And now here's Demetrius Johnson, and he had a very interesting first inning, didn't he? He reaches at first, pickoff, wild throw, goes all the way to third, and then scored on a base hit. It's a nice slider.
Very nice slider. He hung the slider 2 batters ago, but that one nice spot on the outside part of the plate. Not much Johnson will be able to do with that pitch.
1-1. The late great Richie Ashburn would say that is an unhittable strike.
Well, again, early in the count, you're going to take that pitch anyway. He throws it for a strike. You tip your hat and say, hey, I got 2 more to go. I'll give you that one.
Selly in the 1-1. Sure what happened there, but it's now 2-1. Tried to backhand it, hit his wrist or something. 2 very good catchers in this game, by the way. Of course, you got Jay Guglielmi and C.J. Brown. They're 2 of the best in the area. Part of the reason why these teams are at the top of this league. That's on the corner.
I know everybody thinks starting pitching is the primary, but I think any coach will tell you that to have somebody in the backstop that you can rely on and count on is a huge part of a roster and a makeup of a roster. So
saw that over the weekend at the finals, a whole bunch of those games. A good catcher just shuts the running game down. Singles and walks stay singles and walks.
And as a pitcher, you know you have all of your pitchers at disposal. You can bounce a ball up there knowing that your catcher's going to be able to block it with a man on third, maybe 2 outs. That's a big deal.
I had two very, very good catchers, by the way. One threw out a runner from his knees on a stolen base.
That would make you pretty good.
Yeah. At the plate, it's 3-2 to Demetrius Johnson. Inside corner, called strike 3. Nothing doing for the Cardinals in the third. We'll go to the bottom of the third. We're tied at 1 here on BFA. Bunting Family Pharmacy sponsoring Sjssbl Baseball here on BFA Sports. Chris Losey, Bob Burkholz, and Bob Willman, the umpire, once again on the broadcast as well. What's that, Bob?
I did that in college. I only do road radio. I got a face for radio.
I don't know if you heard. You know what, though? Someone told me here, I think it was you that told me, in this business, if you can hear it, then it went out over the air.
Yep.
So that was you? All right. All right. So we're in the bottom of the third, a tie game.
We have a dump button, don't we? Dump
No.
delay button. No?
No.
No?
No, we don't.
You never told me about that. I better be careful.
It's the, well, let's see. So it's not 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 1, and 2 for Buena. This is Isaiah Kennison, who is the extra hitter tonight. Smacks that one in the right center field. Klemic is running. Hickson is running over. Nobody's going to get it. In the gap, Kennison rounding second. He's going to go all the way to third, and he's going to open up the third with a triple.
Great piece of hitting, and what I liked about Kennison was great base running. He put a drive into that one deep in the right center field gap, and he didn't stare and admire it. He hustled out of the box, allowed him to get himself all the way around the third base with nobody out here to start the bottom of the third.
It's an open gate over there. Just noticed that. That would have put him back to second. And I wonder if they're having that discussion. C.J. Brown all the way out. Trying to get in on this one. What do you think?
I believe
Top of the order, Jan Sori.
Hickson didn't move out in right field, so I think they were wondering why if he just didn't pick the ball up off the bat.
Gotcha.
Klemic had to make a run all the way into the alley to go get that one.
Misses down low to Sori. It's 1-1. Might be 2-0.
Infield in for the Cardinals here.
He's coming. Brown can't find it, and the wild pitch is going to give Buena the lead. And now I think there's a discussion as whether or not the pitch hit the batter. So Swinkowski, from his first base spot, is going to get the umpires together, and I don't think they have anything. They said they have nothing. So that's going to be a run on the wild pitch. Would you see something different?
I think it hit his foot.
Okay.
Hit his back foot, which in that case would be a dead ball. Runner goes back to third, and we'd have first and third.
Right. Instead, we got a chopper over the mound. This is going to be a tough play for Burns. Sori can fly, and he beats it out. Infield single for the leadoff batter for Sori, and he's on for the second time tonight. Marco Rios doubled his first time up at the plate. 2-1 Buena with a run here in the bottom of the third. Should I say loud enough so you can hear controversy wherever Bob Willman goes?
It might garner a reaction, you think?
Garner, very good. Nobody out here in the third. Dodd's delivery is inside. 1 ball, no strikes to Marco Rios.
Big spot here in the game, early in the game for Dodd. First 2 runners get on base, still have nobody out, runner on first base, try to limit the damage here from Buena.
Dodd will throw over, close.
Outstanding pickoff move by Dodd. Quick feet, accurate throw, right on the money.
There's another one. A little easier call that time.
But he accomplished what he wanted to, and he shortened up the lead by Rios over there. Sorry.
Now the throw gets away on the third one. Sori's going to get the second.
I believe they call that going to the well one too many times.
They call it something. So now Sori in scoring position. Nobody out. Buena's a run in already here in the bottom of the third. And a 1-0 count at the plate. That is smacked by Rios to center field. Klemic is under it. And no advance. 1 out.
Big first out for Dodd there, leaving that runner at second base. Be interested to see how they want to handle Monell here with the base open at first. Lefty hitter for Buena.
DH Manel. Struck out his first time up, but then Alexi Colon bailed Buena out with the 2-out base hit to tie the game at the time in the first. They've got a run since, and they lead now 2-1 here in the bottom of the third.
We just referenced our catchers earlier and the importance of them. That block by C.J. Brown right there is an outstanding job to keep that runner at second base, not allow him to get to third with less than 2 outs. Again, having a catcher you can trust back there to be able to throw all of your pitches and to block them like that. Outstanding defensive job by C.J. Brown.
Sounds good to me. 2-0 inside. I just like it when the catcher, as long as they, keep me clean. That's really all I care about. 2-1. Of course you're right, though. The 2-1. Missed outside, not by much. And now C.J. Brown is calling time. Actually, there was a walk.
We're going to call that the intentional walk. Really, I don't think they went at any part of Manel in that spot. Yep.
I guess we didn't have a strike there. So a 4-pitch walk, and now Cologne. RBI single his first time up. Lays off that. 1 ball, no strikes. Dodd in some trouble here in the bottom of the third with 1 out, a run in, and 2 on for the Blue Dogs. The 1-0. Off speed is there, and it's 1-1. Ball on the strike to Cologne. Crushed. Way foul onto the Little League field. They say you can't get more fouler than that. There is a Little League game going on there, or I would have parked there, actually. That's up high.
Dodd going to his off speed here in this sequence, trusting his slider, 1-0, 1-1, going for the changeup there, hoping to get Cologne to roll one over and ground it to a double play.
Instead, he skies it. At second, the infield fly has been called. Ewing with the play, and that's 2 outs. And that was a big-time pop-up. 2 outs in the inning, and here's Louis Sorry. Two on and 2 outs for Buena, bottom of the third with a run in. And they lead 2-1 here tonight on BFA. Chris Losey, Bob Burkholz, our BFA Sports crew here. First pitch swinging, it's popped up, and it's going to go out of play. And look out, it misses the alley.
Not by much.
The Q7, which thinks it's safe. Nope. I just felt a raindrop. Chris, we got Charles Hope up there as well. That ball wasn't too far from him. Best cameraman in South Jersey. And then we got our hotshot cameraman on the left side, Drew Stasic. Yes, the same last name as Missy Stasic. Great color analyst. 2 on and 2 out. Here's the 1-1. Ripped the short on one hop. Nice stop by Burns. And they get the force at second. A run for Buena, but it could have been worse. It's 2-1 Buena. We'll go to the fourth here on BFA. A run for Buena in the bottom of the third, and now we go to the fourth inning. The Dogs with a W have the lead 2-1 over the Northfield Cardinals. Here on BFA, Bunting Family Pharmacy sponsoring the Sjssbl baseball season.
Dogs is a little tougher with that W in there as opposed to the G, right? Or without the W. A little cooler, the Dogs.
Yeah.
W.
Well, not a Hoya then. This is the Captain Burns leading off. Or no. I have Swinkowski leading off. That's what we got. First baseman J.J. Swinkowski struck out his first time up. Maselli has 3, but more importantly, Bob, he's got a 1-run lead here in the 4th. Fastball and a check swing. They said he went.
He's done a nice job settling in a little bit after that kind of long first inning, attacking the zone, throwing more strikes.
Skied to right field. Kurtz under it. And that's 1 out. Umpires again, Bob Willman and Mike Reardon. I think I said Gene Montecalvo before because I had him in my head. It's Mike Reardon from Brigantine. So apologies to Mike and the Reardon family. What did he just say, Ryan? Next time it goes out, shoot him. That's an umpire thing. Because usually when that umpire goes out, he has to take the rest of the field. Right, Bob?
That's right.
And Bob will tell you his gas pedal is missing. I think you heard it. It's 1 strike. Catcher C.J. Brown. Inside corner. And it's 0-2. And C.J. Brown arguing vehemently that that wild pitch actually hit a batter. Brought the run in. 0-2. Off speed, 1-2.
It's always interesting when you're the catcher batting and wanting to argue balls and strikes calls and having to turn around and come back on the defensive side of things and either continue that discussion or hoping that your pitcher gets those same calls that you might have had an issue with.
And that's the problem, too. I mean, you know, there's nothing that I hate more than as long as our guy gets it. Gets what? I mean, you've known me long enough. I mean, strike's a strike. Here's the 1-2. It's chopped foul. Stays 1-2. With 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Ethan Dodd is on deck. We are in a weather watch or warning, Ryan? If that's a warning, I think we're going to be packing the truck up really soon. Curveball was foul.
I'd be 2 for 2 in my broadcasting career.
I was thinking the same
with
thing.
Storms.
I don't know though. You punched in. Let's see. What do we got here? I think you made it. You're on the clock. We're in a severe thunderstorm watch, not a warning. Where's the clock? There's 8:02. Yeah, you're in. You're over 60 minutes old. The 1-2. Try to stick a fastball by him, and how about Mr. Bunting going up high like that?
You wouldn't catch me doing that.
I take notice of certain things, and that is one that you don't even make an attempt. You don't.
I do not.
I know you don't.
I do not. If I wanted to catch it, I'd bring a glove out there with me
There you
and
go.
catch it.
Another zinger. We got to bring him back, Ryan. Yeah?
Don't forget the 10:30 show is a lot different than the 7 o'clock show. So
Here's the 1-2. Well done. Down low. Guglielmi blocks that, and then it's 2-2. So I got to ask you, you watched a little bit of the Jersey games, right?
mm-hmm.
The play-by-play guy had a great voice, but you'd think he got paid by the word. Outside. Count runs full. And he wouldn't even call me by name. He said, home plate umpire, home plate umpire. The 3-2. Missed outside. Brown walks, and now here's Dodd.
Great AB by Brown there, fouling off a couple great pitches from Maselli, able to coax himself into a walk here with 1 out.
I don't know if he was writing something down, the home plate umpire, or if he was getting a piece of candy. It's the latter. He was known for when he pops he had one of those, like one of the first SUVs. When he popped that open, it's like, take your pick. I mean, he's got, you know how people have these things for screws? He had them for candy.
A little bit of a sweet tooth, would you say?
Oh, my God. He would say, butterscotch here, chocolate here, caramel here. And then the gum is in this box. Wow. 1 on and 1 out. And it's 1-1 to Dodd.
They are stirring a bit down there in the bullpen for the Buena Blue Dawgs. Maselli, who did settle in after that long first inning. Pitch count's getting up there a little bit, even though we're here only in the top of the 4th.
Where is the bullpen? I say it. Bob's in the way. Who's throwing? You have a number? Single digit. Think Charles can get a tight shot on that one, Ryan? Is it a 7? That's chop foul. 1 and 2 on Dodd. What's up, Googs? It's 2 and 2. On the stretch, Maselli is up high and the count runs full. So 3 and 2 to Ethan Dodd. C.J. Brown at first and Ethan Hickson on deck. Chance for the Cardinals to get back, tie the game. Runner fakes, and it's ball 4 to Dodd. So 2 straight walks for the Cardinals. And with 1 out, they've got first and second. And now here's the right fielder, Hickson. And as promised, thank you, Charles. Thank you, Ryan. That is Nelson Ocasio warming up for the Dogs. Right-hander. Take it back. It's Drew Stasic. We'll give credit where credit's due. And now time is called. And let's see. Luis Rios is out to the mound again. He took a peek, Bob.
This is the take a breather. Let me have the guy in the bullpen get some more warm-up pitches. I don't know if they're going to make a change just yet. Give a chance for Maselli to catch his breath, settle in. He's got 1 out. He's 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning, trying to erase those 2 walks.
See that kid, 22, Del Valle at third? Made 2 of the most unbelievable plays I've seen in a long time at Bridgeton. And in the same half inning.
I think Maselli would take one of them right about now.
Good glove. A bunt try. They're going to send the runner, and that's not going to work. So now there's 2 outs.
I don't know if that was a missed sign. What Northfield was looking to do in that situation. You have a pitcher on the ropes. He just walked the first 2 guys. You want the offense to get themselves out, not run yourself into an out.
In the dirt. And it's now 2-0, but now there's 2 outs.
1-1.
Well, 1-1 at the plate. Ryan, that's twice. Yell at Bob. Not this Bob. 1-1, 2 outs. Up high, 2-1. Ethan Hickson. So Dodd stayed at first. C.J. Brown was thrown out, trying to steal third. And it wasn't even close. Here's the 2-1. Dodd is off. That throw goes through, so Dodd will get a stolen base.
Good aggressive base running by Dodd in that spot. Again, Northfield trying to erase the mistake from the previous base runner. Get a runner in scoring position with two outs. Hopefully Hickson can get a 2-out hit here to plate the tying run.
3-1 to the Cardinal right fielder, who is 0 for 1. Now time called at the plate. That's us hiding behind the monitor. Swing and a miss, count runs full. Now you just saw the arm of Guglielmi. Do you run Dodd 3-2, third base open?
You do not.
You didn't even hesitate. He's not breaking, and the pitch is inside, ball 4, and Hickson walks. And here's the shortstop, Tommy Burns.
I think we have some anxious moments in the Buena dugout with the coaching staff. I think they're undecided on what they want to do here with Maselli. Leave him in, let him figure out a way to get out of this inning, or make the pitching change. They're going to leave him in there to try to get this third out.
Do you concur, or would you have lifted him by now?
I think you ride him for one more hitter here. You know, he's earned the right to finish this inning.
One-0, way outside. Throw back to second. You got to be on your toes with Googs is back there. Count is 2-0 at the plate. Not sure who's working the scoreboard here at Birch Grove, but it is not correct. Not the one on the screen. That's in the dirt. It's now 3-0. Maselli's in danger of walking. Essentially, the base is loaded. And we got a ball in the field from the bullpen. Does that mean that he's ready? That would be Nelson Ocasio. Frio, way up high. Burns walks, the bases are loaded. And a look at the Buena bench. And Louis Rios is going to come and get him. So that's going to be it for Anthony Maselli. Goes 3 1/3. 1 run and leaves the bases loaded. 3 2/3. 3 2/3. 1 run, and he's going to leave the bases loaded, and he's going to give the ball to Nelson Ocasio. Apparently he hasn't finished his warm-ups yet in the bullpen.
You wondered if that first inning was going to possibly come back and hurt Maselli, throwing all those pitches in the first inning, and I think it ultimately did. Unable to see himself out his way out of here in the fourth. Turn it over to the bullpen in a big spot.
Unless he's going to give it to Sori. And he is. Louis Sori is going to pitch. There's a surprise. Hang on. Jimmy. Jimmy. What's the change? Get that one right. But it's Louis Sori. Did anyone grab a glove, Bob, and is staying in the game, or? Let's see what I see. I see Johnny Manel with a glove that the DH is being terminated. He's at first base. Jimmy Kurtz is going over to the Northfield dugout to give them the changes, but I think we've got it now. The DH has been lost. Manel is now at first. Sori into the game. And Maselli is out. He was in right field. You thought Jimmy Kurtz was in right field. So, see what changes we got now. Jimmy will stay in right field.
Musical chairs happening right here on the defensive side of things.
Marco Rios is going to go from second to short. Again, we already talked about the DH, Johnny Manel. He's going to go. So the DH is gone, right? Left field's going to second. Jan's going to second. Louis pitching. Thanks, Jimmy. There you go. Right out of the mouth of Jimmy Kurtz Sr. Louis Sori, first pitch is a strike call. This is the bottom of the order. Anthony Capasso, strikeout victim. His only time up. We're in the top of the fourth. The base is loaded for the Cardinals. Just missed outside 1-1. So a 1-1 count now with the bases loaded. I'll tell you what, Bob Sori coming in throwing bullets. Slap to third. Del Val can't handle it, and the game is tied. Northfield has tied the game on an error by Del Val at third. Julian couldn't handle that.
Tough play. I don't know if he's going to get Capazzo at first base on that play. Capazzo doing a good job putting the ball in play with 2 outs. Allowing the tying run to cross home plate.
Everybody moves up. Bases stay loaded. Top of the order, and this is Justin Klemick. Pitches up high. 1 ball, no strikes. Louis Sori. That run charged to Anthony Maselli. Off speed, and it's hit into the gap into right center. Closing speed and making the catch is Alexi Colon. A run for the Cardinals. They tie it. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Here in Northfield, it's 2-2 on BFA. So that's us. Chris Losey, Bob Burkhart's a BFA Sports crew here, and that is Ryan Schumacher to my right, but will be your left on the television side. 2-2, bottom of the fourth inning here as Buena will bat. Northfield gets a run on an error by Julian Del Valle. And I just felt another raindrop, and there's Jimmy Kurtz at the plate, 0-for-1. First pitch from Ethan Dodd still out there is way outside.
Be interesting to see how long Northfield goes with Ethan Dodd. Similar pitching line to Maselli. Long first inning, settled in. Pitch count up, getting up there. But he finds himself in a brand new ball game, tied here too in the bottom of the fourth.
So Maselli's night, 3 2/3, gave up 2 runs. That's up high. It's 2-1. Yes, it's been a long day.
For both of us.
I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, do you coach a base?
I did today.
What did you coach?
I coached first base today. Outstanding job.
I'm sure.
I collect batting gloves, body armor,
There you
like
go.
nobody else in the coaching business.
Do you wear them? Do you put them on your
No,
wrist?
that
Okay.
stuff stinks. It smells. I'm not putting that any.
Well said. Kurt strikes out. Dot has got 4 of them. That's the first out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. But, how many games?
A doubleheader today.
Oh. What time?
First game was 12:30,
Mm-hmm.
and the second game was immediately following the conclusion of the first game. Won the first game.
How about a ballpark? 3 o'clock, 3:30, something like that? Guglielmi takes up high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, the other game was being played over at the Surf Stadium. We played at the Chelsea Heights
Okay.
field, so we had to wait for the Surf Stadium game to get completed for the team to come over
To come to Chelsea.
Chelsea Heights and play in the final.
Oh, today was final day.
Today was the final.
And you...
Came up a bit short.
Oh, who beat you?
We played a really solid squad out of Long Island, the Long Island Titans, I want to say it was.
To short, Burns has got to charge this one. Throw does not get Guglielmi. So he legs it out, and he's a 1-out base runner in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Great job by Birds to come in and charge that ball. High grass, swallowed up a little bit. Burns did all he can to make it a close play at first, but the speed of the catcher
Yeah.
hustling down that line. The catcher.
You sound incredulous.
Wow.
By the way, I'm going to say that Gazzardo is now in left field since he's now at the plate. That would make sense. Right? Throw back over. Am I right or wrong?
I'll let you know in the top of the inning.
Not, come on. You can go out on a limb. By the way, Ryan, are you ready with that graphic with all those pretty colors? Not yet? Oh, you're in for a treat, folks. Nope. Guglielmi at first, and that is smacked into the gap in left center, and nobody's going to get it. Guglielmi can really run. He's coming around third. They're going to send him. There's going to be no throw, and Buena takes the lead. An RBI double by Mike Gazzardo.
Not much has changed for me. Mike Gazzardo, a product of Bishop Eustace High School, so I got to see that up and close and personal for a few number of years. But no surprise, Mike Gazzardo can still swing the bat.
Close to the black Cadillac. A 1-out RBI double has given the Blue Dogs the 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. C.J. Brown and Bob Willman are having a good time socializing. I like that. Look out. That's just a tad high to Julian Del Valle. It was his error in the top half of this inning that briefly tied this game. It is now 3-2 Buena. RBI double by Gazzardo. He's at second with 1 out. Del Valle has a 2-0 count on him with Isaiah Kennison, who smoked the ball his last time up. Two-0. Check swing.
It's hard to tell from our vantage point, but wondering if there might not be some bullpen activity for the Cardinals here. Dodd's pitch count increasing. Still only 1 out here.
His neatness is decreasing because his shirt's completely out. Notice that?
I do.
Look at his shirt, Ryan. Got that strike over. It's now 3-1. There's a base hit. Gazzardo's going to be held at third as the throw comes home. Del Valle delivers with a single. It's now first and third, one out. And Isaiah Kennison, who hit a triple his last time up, into the right center field gap.
Great piece of hitting by Del Valle there. Go with the pitch, lace it into right field. Hit it where it's pitched. It's an easy game. Don't try to do too much.
You were at Chelsea Heights on that turf. That must have wiped you out. First pitch, swinging to short. Can they turn it? There's one, and there is two. Ethan Dodd gets the 6-4-3 double play to get out of it. He gives up a run, but it could have been a lot worse. We'll go to the fifth. It's 3-2 Dogs here on BFA.
Outstanding job by Dodd there to get the pitcher's best friend, that 6-4-3 double play. Sees himself out of trouble. It'll be interesting to see if he makes his way back out for the bottom of the fifth. But great job by Dodd.
So what do you call this in the lineup now as Jimmy Kurtz came over and he says, okay, Nelson Ocasio is now into the game. Luis Suri goes back to short. Marco Rios goes back to second. So it's like a big, gigantic do-over. You know, Jimmy goes back in right field.
We could have just left it the way we had it from the beginning, and
Exactly.
it would have been good.
Exactly. Manel stays at first. But I can tell you, you know, can we get a shot of this? You know, I mean.
Well, let's talk about the decision to put Sari on the mound with Ocasio warming up.
There you go. Look, see, that's our card, right? We're all over the place with this. That's an official BFA card, by the way. But no, and you know what? I think it was just a stopgap to see if Ocasio was ready.
And I think that's just the coaching staff knowing and trusting their roster, trusting and knowing their players, and putting them in the situations that they know they're going to produce. And
amen to that.
Yep.
Brett Ewing is over 2 tonight. Comes up in the top of the 5th inning.
Good ball game. Great ball game.
Yeah.
Well played.
A
little bit of everything. Am I glad you called? Maybe about a half hour sooner.
Well, that was my fault because it was unbelievable day today because I do have a job. Ewing, and he made a noise too. He's a leadoff runner in the 5th on the hit by pitch. And that'll bring up Demetrius Johnson, one of the 2 runs scored by the Cardinals. Demetrius ran around the bases like a little leaguer.
heart of the lineup here for the Cardinals. Let's see if they can tie this ball game up.
With a runner at first, like Bob says, 3-4-5. Johnson takes the first pitch over for a strike. Again, Bunting Family Pharmacy presenting SSBL. Up high, it's 1-1.
We referenced earlier the website for the league, and just as somebody who played, in a summer league, that you couldn't look up or figure out who did what, but to be able to look up and see your batting average, see the league, outstanding job by the league to have that information. Obviously, the internet provides the opportunity for that to happen, but I think that just makes the league even that more special when you're able to do that and have that professional look to things. And it's great for family and friends to, hey, check my stats out. Look me up. Look me up.
It used to be like Google me, right?
Well, you can't lie anymore. Oh, I was 3 for 4 the other night. I got 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
Time is called by Johnny Manel as the count runs to 3-1 on Demetrius Johnson, and Ryan Schumacher something has caught his eye. Something has caught everybody's eye. The sky, maybe. Look up. Look up. Oh, boy. I saw Logan Petty at Citizens Bank Park, watching his brother Chase in the Carpenter Cup. I told him that we have television. This Johnson walks on 4 pitches. Now it's first and second. And, boy, are the skies getting threatening here. And that'll spring Ryan Schumacher into action, batting down the hatches. Other action tonight in Galloway, it's Ocean City and the Mustangs. No score on that one yet. And the Surfer at Ventnor to take on the Bay Sox. There's a square and a bunt, and everybody's going to be safe as Ocasio slipped trying to get the bunt. When you bunt with the cleanup batter, Coach, that tell you something.
Unselfish baseball. Unselfish AB, willing to do what it's to help his team try to win the baseball game, get a bunt down, and obviously sees himself on first base too.
Do we have the tent in the truck?
The tent's not going to save us from that.
The tent's not going to save us from that, says Ryan Schumacher. So we may be on borrowed time here. The bases are loaded now in the top of the 5th and nobody out. And this is the 5-hitter, C.J. Brown, the catcher. There's a strike.
Can't we just close the roof?
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Where were you when the lights went out?
In Georgia? In Georgia?
No, New York City. Where's your disco? Oh, boy. Fans send all of those letters, care of Bob Burkholz, BFA Sports. Pitches in the dirt. 1-2.
Come on, who sang that song? Was it Gladys Knight?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I'm talking about the disco version. Where were you when the lights went out in New York City?
Well, that one I don't know.
Oh, my goodness
Who sang that?
Oh, it was a disco thing. Who cares? That is ripped into the gap in left center. Coming over, making the catch is Colon. The throw coming home. There's going to be a play, but the throw kicks wide. And we're tied on the sacrifice fly. C.J. Brown delivers for the Cardinals, and it's a 3-3 game here in the top of the 5th. Well, Ryan, you are in charge. What's the call? Now we got a cloud of dust coming our way.
It doesn't look like it's doing anything, though, right? It's dark. And there is some lighter skies behind the cloud that we are seeing make its way from outside the left field fence towards us.
I see your point. Annie M., it's a twister. 1 strike pitch is up high. It's 1-1. That's pitcher Ethan Dodd. The obligatory selfie.
Get it in while we can.
Consider yourself lucky. 1-1. Right side. Rios can't handle it. One play, they get the out at first, and now Manel thinks that he had Johnson hung up, but Demetrius gets back to the bag at third, and there's now 2 outs, and the wind is kicking up significantly here in the top of the 5th. The problem is my car's over there, and yours is about another zip code.
The trailer's open right here.
1-1 down low. Sorry, not 1-1. First pitch. This is Ethan Hickson, the right fielder. Last time I rely on the graphics. Ryan's a little busy, though, to his credit.
Rightfully so.
This thing's going to miss us. Look at this. Get a shot of this one. Get Charles get a shot of this one. Into center field. It's fairly deep. Colon backing up, makes the catch on his way to the fence. That'll end the inning. Allowed out by Hickson. A run, though, for the Cardinals. They've tied it. We're going to the bottom of the 5th here on BFA. We're tied at 3. This is the bottom of the 5th inning. We're tied at 3 on BFA. Bunting Family Pharmacy presenting Sjssbl baseball here on BFA Sports. Chris Losey, Bob Burkhart, our BFA Sports crew here. Burkholtz. Where did I get Burkhart's at?
Close enough.
No, it's oh, you know why? I was at the bank today, Citizens Bank, and their
The
Buckholter's the
Buckholter, the
groundskeeper.
Yep.
Stay off the grass. We did.
Yeah, they're very protective.
Yes.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, sure.
They want the players to drop their bats in the dirt circle. They don't want them. No bat flips at Citizens Bank Park.
Jan Sori. Count even out 2-2. It'll be Sori, Rios, and Manel here in the Blue Dog 5th inning. And if we get a chance, Charles can give us a shot at the sky that is ever so gently producing some raindrops.
Dodd back out for his 5th inning of work. It'll be interesting to see how long of a leash Northfield gives him here in a tie ball game.
You wonder what pitch counts really mean in the summer leagues. I mean, you made some mentions. There's ball 4 to Sori.
Honestly?
Seriously, yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh. Sorry with a walk. Here is Marco Rios. Double in the first and 3 at bats. A bunt that goes foul. One strike to Rios. Pickoff try. I have no idea if he made an out or safe call because just at that moment, Ryan was putting the plastic tarp over the equipment at the table. Off speed. Rios missed that.
We do have some sprinkles that are finally making their way down.
What's that?
There's a bigger cell behind it. That's the issue.
We're off?
Not yet.
We're about to be off, so we have a 1-2 count at the plate.
Can we just sit in the truck and do everything inside the
Sure.
truck? What about that? It was a 3-3 ball game. This is like the cliffhanger of the TV miniseries drama. Check back next week to see the conclusion.
The last 2 innings. Rio strikes out. That's 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Then to bring up the first baseman, Johnny Manel, came into the game defensively last inning.
We got to go out.
And we're going to go out because of the weather. So it's 3-3 in the bottom of the 5th inning.